is March 31st, and it is a tradition like none other. Joez McFly in the house with us to talk about the Yankees' upcoming season and answer your over-unders. Let's talk Yanks. No one has ever made that mistake, so.
This is the first for everything.
Yeah. Talking Yanks with old John Boy, Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steaming hot takes.
And here you lose, he's trying to lose. It's time for Talkin Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old
John Boy and Jake and Joez.
Talking Yanks with old
Woo!
John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin Yanks. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Joez McFly, Joez, you may know him by, or Josie. I don't know what people in their heads know you as. And Jake's over there, and BBD is in the corner, because some people know you in their own head as Josie or Joez.
Some people say Josie.
Yep.
Some people say Joez. I've actually created different personas in my mind for each one of those.
Oh.
Okay.
So there's a Joez.
What's Joez like?
He's like a very slick kind of, you know.
He is slick.
He's a very slick kind of dude, you know, like swaggy, super swaggy.
Joez.
That's Joez.
Yeah.
Then there's Joez, which is me.
That's you.
Every day. And then there's Josie. That's the Dominican Yankee version of me. So there's that. And yeah, so that's funny. Go from there.
Okay.
How are you, Jake?
Jimmy, Joez, BBD. I'm good, man. I mean, there's a couple things that signify the start of baseball season. Pitchers and catchers reporting.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there's a nice weather day that's like, oh, we're getting close to baseball. But maybe the biggest indicator that baseball is here is the Talkin Yanks over-under episode.
Yes.
Episode 720, my childhood address. The house was 720.
Really?
So that's pretty big, yeah.
And what else?
And I'm doing all right. It's man, we're in the grind. We're a week away from opening day. That's gonna be fun, huh?
I don't know. I mean,
got
Joez and I both don't we can't really process it.
Yeah.
Yesterday he was in here. I was like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right. Feels early.
It feels early while feeling late, Yogi, hashtag. But I also did hit the point of spring training games that I don't care at all.
You're there already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there pretty early, actually, this year. Mm-hmm. Because all the Yankees are hitting.
Oh, yeah.
It's when they start hitting, you're like, all right, don't care. Let's just get to the season and hit then. It's when they're like still finding their swing. But all the Yankees are hitting like 400 this spring. And for me, that's more frustrating. Like, let's chill out a little.
For the pitching, did you just send me something? Oh, no. I thought you airdropped something. For the pitching, I felt like, for Cole and for Sevy, hey, let's make spring a little longer, but for the hitting.
Yeah, but dude, that's not.
I'm not even
a long spring thing. Well, Sevy is like Cole. He's making his own rules.
Working on stuff.
Opening day is going to be 80 pitches for Garrett Cole, and that's what him and the Yankees like, and that's it. Like Scherzer, opening day is gonna throw 7 2/3. Cole will be 5 and fly.
I'm a little weirded out that Cole hasn't gotten a lot of action at all.
I think he's just doing I'm the king of the varsity team. I
go at my own pace.
Yeah, I do what I do. Make sure you guys are ready for opening day.
We've seen CeCe do this when he was getting up there. He was out on starting, but Cole still. Yeah, I picture him more having that Scherzer mentality.
You wish he did a little bit. I will say, I mean, Scherzer's a nut job going 5 innings opening day.
Scherzer showed up ready to go.
We would also, if there was talking Yanks that day, I don't think we'd all be like, I love it. Cole's throwing 5 first day of spring training. I think we'd be like, hey, let's Garrett.
Scale
It just feels like there should be a middle area.
Right.
Like Garrett Cole should be ready to throw 100 pitches on opening day, and he's not, but whatever. It's one start.
So over under Garrett Cole pitches on opening day, 82.5.
Ooh, that's a good line.
It's the first one.
Under.
Can I research it?
Sure.
I'm not
What do we think he did last opening day?
You can't go by that. That's a normal spring training.
Yeah. You can't go by that.
I can't go by that.
He
can do whatever
he
you
had
want,
much more
but-
buildup.
Right.
Yeah, I threw 97. I'll go over. Garrett will be intense, and he'll throw
This is great
86.
because this is like we're going to know in a week.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. DVD, did you write that one down?
Just did. I also sent you a sheet. Just as if you scroll through your email, you can add to it in real time if you want.
Hey, a sheet. What do you think about those frogs on the desk in front of you?
I love the frogs.
Okay.
Clip that.
That is definitely Jimmy looking into Jake.
Yes.
Wow.
He asked me who's who, and I did say that. That was me looking into Jake.
And the frog looking in does not look impressed.
I hate to be rude. I feel like I'm both frogs. I don't want to take that away from you. But I feel like I'm more likely to do both of those things.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
All right.
Cool. Let's get into the voicemails.
Do some voicemails. Make a trade. Coffee-wise.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got to get the voicemails pulled up, so you got to do the
Joe's,
trade.
do you drink coffee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love coffee.
I just taught
Really?
Joe's about the new best coffee. It's trade coffee, Joe's.
Yeah.
How many cups of coffee are you a day?
Just
10?
one
One.
for me.
When do you have it?
Early, because I intermittently fast because I'm
Right.
trying to
Right.
That's I
Tighten
can
it
only
up.
have coffee and tea in the morning. No sugar, nothing, just straight.
No regular gas.
Yeah.
No regular gas.
Joe's,
no.
we're going to have to get you some trade coffee.
Holy shit. We got 20 over-unders.
We might have to chew through a couple quick.
Can move through them quick.
And you're going to have to chew through this trade coffee. They connect customers to the freshest and best tasting coffee. What's their stat? Isn't it like 90% of store-sold coffee is stale? It was like the biggest flex in the world by Trade Coffee.
Yeah.
Trade Coffee's team actually tests thousands of coffees. Keep 450 different kinds of live, and they're ready to ship. There's no one perfect coffee, but there's a perfect coffee for you. There's a perfect coffee for Joe's, Joez, and Josie, IMO. So go to Trade Coffee, drinktrade.com/Yanks. You get $30 off your first order. That's a chunk of change.
Yeah.
I'd rather have $30 than not have $30.
Use them toward Yankee games.
Sure. And it's free shipping. It's drinktrade.com/Yanks. $30 off your first order and free shipping. It's more than 40 cups of coffee for free. Bang biscuit. That would get Joe's through a month.
Yeah.
Yes.
Math guy, analytics.
Math pod.
Hire me, Cashman. Let's start doing it.
Let's do it. Here's the first one.
Tyone would be so proud.
My name's Brian, and I'm calling in with
Starting it over. It was quiet.
interesting
It was
over
my
under.
fault.
So,
His name is Brian.
what's up, fellas? My name's Brian, and I'm calling in with a interesting over under. So, there's been a lot of talk about the lineup and who's batting where, and I was wondering how many games we're going to have with whatever our most used lineup ends up being. So I looked up last year, and we had 2 lineups that were used 5 times each. And I think there may be a little bit more consistency this year, but obviously injuries play into that. So I'm going to put it at over under 10.5 games with whatever our most used lineup is. Excited to hear what you guys think, and love the show. Jake sucks.
This is, I mean, it's one of the things I love looking at is consistency in lineup. So
Need that.
it's not the same 9 guys, which is one thing. It's the order. I'm guessing is how he's looking it up because that's 5 is pretty low. Like the same 9 guys will be in there more than 5 times.
Right.
But if you look up Baseball Reference, they give you this. They give you the game log of the lineups of every game. I actually really like that page. Anyone that listens to Talking Baseball, I mentioned it a lot. 5's pretty low. I feel like the Yankees, in these times of us being frustrated with the lack of consistency, have gone above 5. So I think last year was particularly low. And I do think that having the Rizzo and Gallo as their lefties up top is better, where they were putting Gardner, Rugi. Literally, if Gio Urshela said, I think I'm going to hit lefty today for the first time in my life, they would have said, great, 3-hole.
Try it.
Get up there.
Swing hard.
Swing hard.
I mean, they had 10 different guys batting the 3-hole.
I think that the important thing, and that's like a pet peeve of mine, that the Yankees don't
Believe in that.
believe in having the same lineup all the time.
There was 4 games last year. Just
Because Paul O'Neill talks about it all the time. Like, hey, I learned how the guy in front of me hits, so because of that, I'm able to create, like, there's like a cadence, Jimmy's word, to that. And the Yankees just don't believe in that. Just let's change it every day. But do we think that the Yankees will change the lineup a lot more? I just
So
feel
the question is it the same 9 guys or the same
same
exact
order.
lineup?
Same exact order, because
same order.
Same 9 guys, I'm guessing, is more. Unless he knows where to find the other one. I don't know.
Right, because what was the number he gave? 10,
He said 10?
9.5? 10?
He gave
said
10
last year they did 5, right?
And he's anticipating more consistency this year with
Yeah, but
having
10 is like unheard of.
right. Yeah. 10 is like what the team with the most in baseball.
That's where I guess I was getting a little
In
confused.
2018, they did, but maybe he doesn't know that. Maybe he just looked at last year and he doesn't know like around the league, because the 6, 7, 8, 9 are always changing.
Right.
So in 2017 it was 5. In 2018 it was 7. That's pretty high. Even if you go to like 2009, which is the best to look at, because they were really. It was Jeter, Damon, Tex, A-Rod, Cano.
Older fashion, too.
A lot of it.
So bizarre.
It's like they had their top 6
it
that
was
were the same.
15 in 2009.
So bizarre that
What?
they don't believe in the same lineup.
Yeah, and it's one of the questions. I really like this topic. Every time I talk to like Plouffe or like players, I'm like, hey, how much did just knowing you were hitting here in front of this guy and behind that guy every day help your mindset? And every player says a lot. But the analytics don't care about the brain of the player or the human thoughts of it. If you can't put it on paper, they don't care about it. And that
Weird
comfortability, they don't care about. So they just straight up knock it. So I'm going to take the under.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
In 2009, they did 15 times. Jeter, Damon, Tex, A-Rod, Matsui, Posada, Cano, Swisher, Melky. And that's awesome.
Good lineup.
Yeah, a good lineup.
Give me that lineup.
I just don't think I'm going to choose the under too, but for a different reason. It's because I don't even think that this is going to be the team that we're going to have the entire year. Some people believe that our shortstop is still for the second half of the year is probably going to start off in the minor leagues. The catcher as well. We got to see what happens there.
Yeah, they're a platoon.
Right.
And Hicks has some injury risk. DJ's currently a floater.
DJ's going to play a lot.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So that's going to like change the lineup.
Yeah.
And then also Boone is talking about like, hey, I kind of like DJ lower in the lineup, and I want to try, maybe Gallo leading off in some cases,
Donaldson.
They're talking about it on the game last night a bit.
Right.
About what? About
The
Gallo
line.
leading off?
About the lead spot in general. It's like, well, DJ will get a lot up there, but I love what JD provides when it's not a DJ day.
Did you see what Hoodie Glaber's got going on?
What's he got going on?
He made
Is he a Gallo
he made
guy?
a spreadsheet of leadoff hitters with a righty starter, leadoff hitters with a lefty starter. He's been tracking this all spring. So with a righty starter, DJ's let off, and with lefty starter, Donaldson's let off. And I do think that's what they're going to do. I think Donaldson might be the lefty leadoff
Lefty
guy.
leadoff.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hoodie Glaber.
Hoodie Glaber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under.
Yeah, under.
Under. All right. Next up.
Hey, John from PA. Will Brian Cashman make over or under 2.5 trades before the end of the season to improve the roster? Thank you.
Great line because 2's the number. When have they ever made 3 trades in a deadline?
Well, he says before, so that
during
Right.
the season.
Because, I mean, what they do last year, like Wandy, Clay, Gallo,
Right.
Rizzo.
Odor in
great
April.
call. And before that, they did Edwin early on. Cash has actually been making like early trades.
Right.
He's been into May trades.
Talkman was April and then May or something both times when they got him. I'm gonna say over.
Yeah,
think-
that's, Joes, you were saying this. It kind of ties into the last conversation. Like, Cashman gets some guff online. Everyone gets some guff online. But, like, Gallo, Rizzo, big changes. Josh Donaldson's a big change. Like, this Yankees team since the trade deadline last year, essentially the trade deadline, has made a lot of changes.
right.
IKF, the catching situation, Donaldson, Gallo, Rizzo, and, like, you're right. I think there's this lineup has more to evolve.
Yes.
It's just how much is internal with the kids and how much is, what's on purpose.
Also, another thing, do you think it'll be, and then this is kind of like the opposite side of that point, do you feel like it'll be harder to find
Hey,
trade
John from
partners?
PA.
Oh, my God.
Hey, sorry
Okay.
about that.
Do you feel like it'll be harder to find trade partners because there's going to be more playoff teams allowed? Less people feel like they're out of it.
Yeah, but if we're saying just a trade, like if Wandy and
Oh,
Talkman
yeah, no.
count, if Tyro and whoever that was for, was that also Talkman? The same trade? Did they get-
He did say to improve the team, right?
Oh, you think there's some semantics on the question? I'm gonna go
I mean,
over.
it could be.
I'm gonna go
we
over
don't-
because I think we're gonna get one,
Yeah.
like at the end of the camp,
Yeah, yep.
like even like an NRI trade, like someone waived an NRI guy and then the Yankees trade for him. Like I think they will, or they get rid. Yes, and we're gonna get one in 2 weeks.
Catcher, outfielder, pitcher will happen this year.
Yeah,
Pretty much a lock.
They will add
Over.
someone.
Tyro was traded for Cashmani,
Oh,
and it wasn't enough.
I think because they waived him as part of the Rugi thing.
yes. Rugi. Okay, Rugi's gonna kill us.
What's
when
up,
they play the
Jimmy?
Orioles.
Jake sucks. Question for you, DJ. Every year he's hit below 270. He's followed it with a 300 year. Over under 299. He's getting a little older.
Over. Every year he's hit 270. He's followed it with a 300 batting average. That's the type of patterns.
That's analytics.
That's analytics.
That's
that I
real
need to know.
analytics that analytics ignore.
How many times has that happened?
So DJ,
Great question, Joe's.
2014 he hit 267. The next year he hit 301, 348, 310. 2018 276. That's the year he came over to the Yankees.
27.
327, 364, 268, which by the way is close to that 267. I love it. How can you fight this?
No. Yeah.
There's a body of evidence.
This is. It's just that the trend is kind of hard to go against.
Yep.
And I really honestly think that DJ, he takes it personal when he does it. I feel like every year he's like, I have to hit like certain benchmarks. He doesn't tell anybody because he doesn't talk to anybody.
No.
Nobody.
His wife doesn't even know.
His wife doesn't even know. But when he's sitting down looking at the fireplace, just him by himself, he's like seething that he hit 268. Like he feels that's beneath him.
DJ's gonna have a good year.
DJ's gonna have. a good
DJ's
year.
gonna have a good year.
DJ's going to have a good year.
Manifest it.
I think last year you said that when we did the over-unders, you said that DJ, we had a similar question.
Yeah.
And you said DJ 300? Yeah, we're going over.
Right.
Yeah. Now I'm doing it again.
Yes.
I'm running it back. So we're all on the over here?
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go against the
Yankee
grain.
spring training.
I mean, I
Yankee
want to go
spring
against the
training.
grain,
DJ's
but
hit 307 with the Yankees, so it's not
Yeah,
like
it's not
not
unprecedented.
like we're talking out of our arse,
right.
No.
you know?
No.
Hey guys, my over-under for the year for the Yankees is 19.5 starts at short for Glaber.
Under. Next call.
Yeah.
Hello, boys. My name is Richard. I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York. I love the bit. Long-time caller, first-time listener. So, yeah, there we go. I'll keep it short and sweet. Ryan Lamar, 25 at-bats. Over, under. Thank you, boys.
Love the accent. Love this one. Because he could be traded.
Was it at bats or plate appearances?
He says at bats.
At bats.
With the Yankees, correct?
Jake's worried about the at bats part. You think he's just
Well, he had 24 plate appearances last year, 21 at bats. So we're all around it.
okay? Is he like going to AAA if he doesn't break camp,
Yeah.
or is he getting waived and picked up?
He's a non-roster invite. I don't think he would just.
I don't think he
He
has
wouldn't be
enough.
going to a major league team. He'd be going to another minor league team, so he might as well. He probably would just stay with the Yankees.
I don't think he has enough service time to get the automatic like opt out at the end of spring if you're not on the team.
I'm going under.
I will also be under. They have Enciarte. Estevan Florial's 24. Like, if outfielders are getting hurt at some time,
Can we
his
see
last
him?
option
play him
here.
for 3 weeks. Like,
It's last year Florial can be in the minors if they're going to call him. If somebody gets a major injury, he's probably
How many guys on the
playing every day.
Yankees last year got 25 at bats though?
not Ryan Lamar.
Okay, good
Good
counter.
counter.
Lil Castro only 21. Jay Bruce 34. Chris Gittens 36. Greg Allen 37.
Healthy Locastro year.
Mike Ford 60. Velasquez 67. Okay, I'll go under.
I just feel like there's other options
Yeah,
for the Yankees.
yeah.
Don't look at Greg Allen's stats last year
No.
and the fact they just hit him to the wild card.
In Pittsburgh
Yeah,
now.
faster.
Have fun in Pittsburgh.
Everyone under.
Yeah, I'm going
Under.
under.
A lot of agreement.
Sorry, Ryan. Maybe. He's going to play 100 games for the Reds this year.
That's nice.
He can.
Joe's agrees.
What's up, Talkin Yanks? John Boy, Jake, Joez McFly, BVD. This is kind of a fun over-under. If you guys recall, in 2020, Kyle Higashioka had a 3 home runs in a game versus the Blue Jays in 2020. In 2021, again, versus the Blue Jays, he had a 2 home run game. So, and then he just did it again in the spring. He had 2 home runs against the Phillies the other day.
Okay.
So, over under Kyle Higashioka having a multi-home run game. in
Oh, wow.
2022.
I thought it was going to be like
Love you
we have
guys.
2. It's easy over for me.
What did they say at the end? Was it 0.5 or I
Yeah.
thought they said 2 games.
Home run game in 2022. Love. Over under Kyle Higashioka having a multi-home run game in 2022.
Just
Love
one.
you guys.
Just one.
It's Willie Head.
Over.
For the whole year?
For the whole year.
Higgy's a homer guy.
Yeah, it's over.
He's a homer in bunches guy, too. He loves a homer when
That-
he's catching Cole.
That's what his like value is. He'll run into a homer at the plate.
Yeah, no, I mean, he might have 2. He'll have 1.
Higgy will have a multi-homer game.
Yeah.
How can I say
I think
no
you'd
to
get,
that?
I think you'd get good odds on this, and it would be like a lock for me.
I feel like it would make me think about it if you put like the number at like 2.5. I feel like, hey,
If it
Could
was
he
2,
have-
if it was 1.5 over under, it gets
Right.
really tricky.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, but he'll have 1.
he'll have 1.
Yeah, it's easy.
Has he done it the last?
Easy for him.
He's done it the last 3 years.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's done. He's had 3 homer games.
Did he burn it in spring?
No.
Ooh,
No,
spring doesn't count.
he doesn't. He doesn't care.
Spring doesn't matter.
Looks like we have a combo one here. A double call. 1 guy, 2 Dolphins type of situation.
What's happening here?
What's going on, guys?
2 calls about the
Christian
same
from
thing.
Connecticut, big fan. So Stanton, Judge, and Gallo combined 135 home runs, over or under? Thank you.
Stanton.
Jimmy,
135.
Jake, BBD, Joes, it's Russell from Raleigh out here giving you guys a call on the over-unders. I'm going to bring back an old classic back to 2018 when everybody was looking at Judge and Stanton together saying, oh, they can combine for 100. We all know that's probably never going to happen. Well, it'd be cool if it did. I'm going to set the over-under on Judge and Stanton combined for 69 home runs, just for you, BBD. So let's see. What do you guys think? Will they combine for over or under 69 home runs? If they both have a good season, I think they can do it. If one of them falters, they can still probably get it done. But if they're both bad, then that's probably, unfortunately, not going to happen. Thanks. Keep up the great work. Bye.
All right, so we're getting some more realistic lines, I guess. Gallo, the Towers, combining for 135,
It's not happening.
which is way too high. That's the unrealistic line. That means all of them are hitting 45.
Do you want to hear what the Vegas line would be on them based on each of their individual over-unders?
Yes.
Yes.
And
please.
it is very high. 106.5 would be the Vegas line on those three combined, based on each of their individual things we looked at yesterday.
Yeah, so that would be, it's 10 less per person.
Yeah.
So it's a lot less.
It's a lot less. It's still a very high number.
Yeah, but 35 a person
it's on the table.
It's pretty good.
Those guys do that.
Yeah.
Giancarlo and Judge combined for 74 homers.
74.
Homers last year. Judge, this offseason says, I'm going for 50.
Smart.
Don't know if he'll do 50.
Right.
I mean, Gallo hit 38 last year. Judge hit 39 and Stan hit 35. So, like, the Vegas line is, I might take the over on that. I have one of them getting 40, which allows another guy to get 30. And then the middle one has to get 35.
All right, so
the 135 is under. Mark that.
135's not
That's
happening.
way too high.
The Judge plus Stanton line, Vegas has 69 is the number.
Really?
68.
Is that a
pass,
DraftKings?
but on DraftKings.
That's a DraftKings line. So this is actual bettable. So we're going to give you our
Bettable?
picks. This is bettable.
Go on the DraftKings app, download it. Place your bets and befriend a dolphin. Make love to the dolphin.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code JohnBoy. Bet $5 on any college hoops team to win and get $200 in free bets if they do. If you win, they win with promo code JohnBoy this week at DraftKings. 21 plus restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Also, you can bet the Judge Stanton combo homer. What does he say? What did he say?
all right. We're not.
No, this is a dolphin joke free episode.
But you're mentioning it.
No, we haven't mentioned it once. This episode will contain no rumors about you and dolphins.
The fact that you're mentioning it,
No.
there is nothing going on. Anyway.
What do you mean by there's nothing going on?
There's nothing going on
with you and
Dolphins. There's no rumor.
Okay.
You guys have been creating this fictitious situation.
So you have no relations
You've
with
never
dolphins
hung
in
out
your
with a
past.
dolphin?
I do not.
Now?
Have you ever been
Or
kissed?
ever?
Have you ever been kissed by a dolphin?
No, not kissed by a dolphin, no.
May you turn around.
This is not... I thought he meant like I kissed him. That is a dolphin kissing me.
So you have to understand.
Guys, it's not what it seems.
The confusion.
Hold on a second.
You have to understand.
The dolphin has kissed me. I did not kiss the dolphin.
I don't know, man. Okay.
You're not
All right,
allowed
I'll
to
get it
really
off the
touch
screen.
dolphins too much.
Well, have you ever touched two dolphins at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah. Got that up too.
Yes. They actually flipped me in the air. They're like this. That picture does not look too good.
No, that's a couple's pick.
Doesn't look too favorable.
That's you and the dolphin at prom.
That's a tough draw. Are you and the dolphin?
It does not look
For the
favorable.
podcast only people, I must tell you, go check out the YouTube for
This
this
does
section.
not look too favorable. Hey, at least have a nice shape up.
I'm taking the over.
Oh,
I really
Over on 69?
over on 69 between the two of them.
I'm taking the
It's
under on the Vegas
about
line.
we need it. I think these guys feel it the same way we do.
Yes.
Like all the quotes this offseason be like, how have we not done it? Like, how have we not done what people thought we were going to do once?
Right.
That's all the vibe of like Judge said that. I mean, you heard Hicks say, you heard all of them say a quote like that. So health matters. I think if they're healthy, they're going to have those two guys because they kind of did it last year and they lost to the Red Sox in the wild card on the road. And I just hope that there's a little bit of like, we gotta go.
Yeah, I think a full year for Gallo also in pinstripes would be great with that short porch. And I don't know, Giancarlo and Judge just look different to me this spring. They just have a different energy altogether. So
yeah,
Giancarlo has played like his last. They were so weird handling him last year, like no outfield, and then he started playing outfield. He looked more comfortable. They played him in outfield in spring. He played 139 last year and hit 35 homers. Judgy, easy. I think the part that's really cool about this conversation is that we had such a weird taste of Joey Gallo last year that we haven't. No Yankee fan has let themselves dream like Joey Gallo could lead the Yankees in home runs. I think he had the same amount as Judge last year, one less if you combine Texas and.
Yeah, I think he had 38. Judge had 39. Off the top of my head,
so Joey Gallo had 38 home runs. By the way, that new Texas Rangers stadium has been like a tough to hit stadium, and Joey Gallo's going. He's got the short porch. Like if he figures it out, like Joey Gallo could easily have like a 40 homer season, and he's done it twice at the major league level. He had 38 last year, and we right now in our heads we have him as a bonus piece because we got such a weird sample of him last year.
And he's a pre-free agent.
Big year.
Big year.
Give me the 69. Bump it.
One of them gets hurt and you're fucked, but
yeah,
I'm with you.
Stanton's line individually is 31.5.
I am going over on the two of them, the 69.
Yeah.
And I'm on the Vegas line, I'm going under on all three, though.
Okay.
So if we did the 106 between the three of them.
Yeah. Just because.
Big tree falls hard.
Yeah.
Okay. We're only through 7, and we're pretty like, should we start speed rounding?
Dolphin thing got.
You want to do a Gil Clark debut one, or does that seem like a skippable one?
Which one?
And the ones
Let's hear it.
There's plenty you can listen to.
Those guys are
give
going
a
to
quick
be.
answer and
This
go.
is Anthony calling from Staten Island. I just had a quick over-under for the show. I figured this would be a little different one outside of the box. What do you about an over-under 9.5 combined wins for the kids? Luis Heel, Clark Schmidt, and Davey Garcia, all three of them combined over under 9.5 wins. Thank you guys. Looking forward to it.
If it was games, I'd think about it. I'm just going to say under.
Under.
Wins.
Like, how about this? If it was Yankees wins, I'd take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
But like pitching wins, like those
are hard to come by, period.
We were looking at Corbin Burns won the Cy Young last year, and he won 12 games. So like predicting pitcher wins is near impossible.
Look, Garrett Cole won 16 last year, and nobody else won double digits.
Chad won 10.
Oh, well, I'm talking about starting pitchers.
Yes. Nestor won 2.
He sneaked a lot of them.
Nestor Cortez won 2 games last year.
Yep. So did Michael King. So did Andrew Heaney.
Look at this. Look at Monty had 6. Who do you feel pitched the whole year?
Didn't
Tyone, right?
Didn't Monty have a losing
8
record last year? The Yankees couldn't hit
Yeah, they couldn't hit.
this year.
All right, next.
What's up, guys? It's Dylan from North Carolina. Been listening to you guys for about 2 years. My idea, I'm not sure if this is going to continue to happen, but is for Josh Donaldson. If he leads off, how many leadoff home runs will he have through the year? I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere between 2 or 3, but for fun, let's go with 3. Anyways, go Yanks. You guys have a good rest of your week.
Interesting.
Leadoff home runs. So he has 2 home runs in his career from the leadoff position. And
how many like games are at bats?
Not a
does he
lot.
have
Not a
in
lot.
game?
Not 7 games, 32 at bats. But I'm also going to find first
7 games. He has 2 leadoff homers, or just from the leadoff spot.
2 homers from that spot.
2 homers from that spot.
From
yeah,
that
so now, so I'm going to find first inning. He's got 58 first inning home runs. That's his first at bat of the game. So
Right. Ipso facto.
What's the line that he
He
said?
landed at 3. I'll go first. It's under, but it has nothing to do with Josh Donaldson. I think DJ LeMahieu is going to, within the first couple weeks, cement himself back in the leadoff spot.
I think both of those were leading off a game.
Really?
By my quick career splits search on there, I think it says first batter of the game 7 times.
Well, I'm doing plate appearance result, home run, outs 0, men on base 0, inning 1, Josh Donaldson. So that'll give us.
Oh, so he was saying leading off the game, right?
Leading off the game.
1. So he has 1 leadoff home run against Logan Allen.
A long way in the last few years. And Donaldson clocks that one to deep left.
Hang it.
Forget about it.
3-2
The Twins
pitch.
go back-to-back to start the game.
What?
Oh, not
That doesn't sound right.
I forgot that I have to put the score as 0. A leadoff home run usually doesn't happen in that search.
Under.
Yeah.
Take the under too.
That's DJ's spot.
Yeah, it's just not only that, but just if he's only hitting leadoff against lefties.
Not a lot of those.
One, there's not a lot of those. It's just
DJ's right-handed.
I want to go over, but
Do it.
no.
Go over.
I'm looking at it. He has 2.
Go over.
He has 2.
Both 2015.
Oh, 2015 doesn't come up on baseball on the video search.
Yeah. One off Cookie Carrasco and 1 2 weeks earlier
I
off
don't think
Hector
he's gonna get
Santiago.
enough chances, so I'm going to go under
Right.
as well. This is a
Hey, guys.
non-tangible
Corey
one, so I'm
from
going to
New
skip it. Just spicy judge moments, but can't really track that. So
Over.
Hey guys, Anthony from Somerset here. My over-under for you guys is Johnny Lasagna stays at 3.5. Of course, Chappie is our guy, but he probably won't get every save opportunity. And I might sound nuts for this, but I feel like Lasagna has put himself in a position to potentially be the Yankee closer of the future. I know there will never be another Mariano Rivera, but Johnny Lasagna is close in age when Mo became the closer, and Chappie is in the last year of his deal, I believe. Anyway, love you, the show. Jake, I like your socks. What's up, Joes? Go Yanks.
I like that.
3.5 saves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
He got 5 last year, and I think he's going to be utilized more.
Yes.
When Chapman needs a rest, or Chapman takes a IL stint, or whatever
Boone
happens.
said last night that they're going to use him in non-save spots more to keep him regular.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll knock him out of other games sometimes.
So yeah, I'm going to go
3 was the number?
3.5. He had 5 last year. I think he's going to get more opportunities this year. So I'm going to take the over on this.
Chad Green had 6. You know who was 4th in Yankee saves last year?
Litke.
Wandy Peralta had 3 saves for the New York Yankees last year.
I could see the Yankees grooming him. I do get a lot of, I know it sounds weird, but I get a lot of Mo vibes from Loaizaga. Not that he's Mariano Rivera, like he's saying, but I don't know his demeanor on the mound, the way that he is, and his mechanics. But, I mean, it just seems like he's kind of like the heir apparent to save.
To save.
Yeah.
Loaizaga,
I agree.
please. Over.
I'm going to pause real quick. The chat's kind of talking about the Cashman quotes today. Me and Joe's talked about this a little bit. 3 feelings. 1, Cash, you kind of just got to not talk about this anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
2, I agree with everything Cashman said.
I agree.
3, the way the media and the fans are spinning this is crazy. Like someone in the chat, did you see Cashman said the only reason they didn't win a World Series? Like, he didn't say that.
Yeah.
He was asked, why do you think you haven't been to the World Series since 2009? And he said, well, I think we would have gotten there. The Dodgers doesn't mean we would have beat the Dodgers, but I think we would have gotten there if the Astros weren't cheating, didn't have an advantage in 17.
You want the exact quote?
It was just that they would have gotten there. And like, how could you,
The whole thing's a media spin.
But I know the fake media is a thing, but like, how is it getting, it wasn't that, I think he should have said blah, 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 blah. But, like, how is it getting spun that bad?
Joe's and I were pretty deflated. Like,
I didn't like it.
When it initially happened, it's like, why are we talking
Why are we
about
talking
it?
Yes,
about it?
that's-
But then I
saw the full quote.
But
He does
I
play.
heard it in the context of what these people are
What the
saying. And then when you
headline
go
is.
listen to it, you're like, oh.
People don't want to go listen to stuff.
But someone asks, why haven't you made a World Series appearance since 2009? And he says, well, I would like to think we would have if the Astros didn't have an advantage. Not saying we would have beat the Dodgers. That's what he said.
Yeah,
That is what he
that's like
said.
exactly what he said.
But like I think like Trev and like Rose, like they don't even like they were talking at like the other side too. It's like listen to what he actually said and what he was asked.
I mean, Trev FaceTimed me, and it was when Joe's and I were still like, it just sucks. Like, why are we doing this a week before the season?
Yeah,
Right.
well, because the reporters ask him. Cashman asked
I
him
know.
not to say that.
I know.
But like
That's
the
the one
spin.
wrong step he took.
Yeah.
And then people don't want to actually dig and get the answer. They'd rather be mad about it.
But then
'cause
it's like the
Yankees haven't
push
won.
notifications to everyone's phone of just the complete fabricated context.
Yeah.
Like wrong, like not
just
what he
not
said
what
at
he said.
all.
In spring, it's about optimism and looking forward. I don't want to talk about 2017 anymore.
Exactly.
It's so annoying.
And Hicks said that when he was on R2C2. And I loved it. I agree. I
Tired.
agree with everything Cashman said, but he should have just said, it's hard to make the World Series. We're trying.
Right.
Something like that. But then he didn't say what everyone's saying he said.
Say
So that's
this is the
frustrating.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Matt from Bay Ridge. One for Gallo, over, under, 6 bunt singles. Looks like he had 5 last year. Joey Gallo, over, under, 6 bunt singles. Thanks guys. Jake sucks.
Joey Gallo, 6 bunt singles,
Is
5 last year's the rumor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lead
it-
baseball and bunt singles.
Is this countable? Where do you find that?
I've seen it on Fangraphs.
Fangraphs has bunt singles?
Yeah, he led baseball and bunt singles, or he was second behind a guy who that's the only way he gets hits. It was like a speed guy. I forget who it was.
I've got the math on this.
I'm going over.
Gallo
on
like
this.
does it.
It's 1 a month. 6. So it'd be over.
I'm going over on it because he's playing in games that matter versus when he was doing it in Texas. Who cares? I'm trying to just
I
pad
also
my
think
numbers.
he just uses it as a slump buster, and he slumps a lot. So
He does that too, but there's no, the shift rules and things like that. So he's going to try to still try to exploit that the other way, especially in big moments. You're going to be playing it's the AL East, so there's going to be a lot of big games here.
Right.
Toronto, Tampa, the Red Sox.
I mean, I guess that's my thing because I think Gallo is streaky, and we're going to see that through the year. And the hot streaks are going to be cooler than I think any one of us have mentally prepared for. The cold ones are going to suck.
I don't know if we've seen a hot streak yet, like a real Gallo hot streak.
He was
Got that
getting
half
hot,
one.
and then he got, was it COVID?
Is
or
a
did
neck,
he get
the neck thing.
Right.
the neck
yes.
thing? Like he was having a nice streak. I mean, for me, and dude, Gallo, what's going on with the Yanks and Gallo? They got him. They're doing mic'd up segments for 5 minutes. Like they're having fun, and Joey Gallo's giving some silly press conference answers. Like if you see the whole left side open,
He's comfortable.
and the Yankees need a base runner, you're down 2 or 3.
Less
I
than
don't
2
think
outs.
Joey's too proud to like do that. So 1 a month. It's a free hit.
when was his hot streak?
Gallo was, I'll get you. Because I mean, it was a limited time last year for the Yankees.
He had like a 5 homers in 6 games period. Then got the neck thing.
I remember he had a hot streak when he was with Texas. That was like, okay.
Lasted a month.
He had a week. He was like
I'm seeing 3 days.
eight games, 6 home runs, a 1.44 OPS.
In September?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying now.
You can expand it a little further. You go 11 games. He had a 1.3 OPS, 300 batting average. So like Joey Gallo,
That counts.
Joey Gallo gives you a couple of those. Like we're gonna enjoy those.
It was like right when it got fun. He tweaked the neck and was out 3 days. Or
Yeah, you
whatever.
can go 15 games, 13 starts, and it's a really nice stretch.
Like Joey Gallo
Yeah.
gives us a few of those this year. That's really good. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of players that don't have that option. I know
Yeah.
Joey Gallo's floor is going to be tough and ugly, but
Yeah.
I remember because Fuzzy's a big Gallo guy, and I remember him mentioning when the Yankees got him, I was like, he can get cold, obviously, but his hot streaks tend to last a while. And it felt like, he just did like 10 days of this, and then he got hurt. It's like, we didn't get to see the month-long hot streak that he'll get on.
He never took time off, so
I think he sat like a day somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Playing a lot is like a plus to me.
Play a lot.
Play a lot.
It's part of it. He does other stuff.
Next up.
Hey everyone, Jimmy, Jake, BBD, the Dolphin guy. This is Brett from upstate, and we obviously talked about how the Yankees needed to get more quote-unquote athletic, meaning faster. So I think a fun stat to measure that would be triples. Last year we had 12 triples, and all of them except for one came from someone that is currently not on the team. So I want to see if y'all think we got faster or not. I'm going to put the over or under. Well, last year's 12, so I'll put the over under at 12.5 triples. Thanks, guys. Go Yanks.
Under.
So this is team triples, 12.5.
I'm sorry, I stopped listening after
the Dolphin situation.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that from.
When do you kind of lose your thought process when you got Dolphins on the mind?
We're not talking about
If you call in, don't remind Joe's of the Dolphins.
Joe's will be
because
distracted.
For days. It's hard when you're trying to do a sports show and people constantly remind you of your ex-lover.
There's no love. No lover.
The Yankees, I mean, listen, I don't need the Yankees to hit triples.
Right.
They can be way faster and like take the extra base more and go first to third and second to home and a little steals here and there. But if they came up with 2 triples, there's still a very possible world where I'm saying, yeah, but like I was happy with the base running. Triples aren't indicative of anything besides gaps in luck and misplayed balls in the outfield.
I mean, it's mostly like stadiums.
Yes.
Like cures.
It doesn't, it's...
Am I saying that weird?
The AL East doesn't really have...
Like Luke Voigt hit a triple.
Too many stadium.
Right.
That'd be a misplay, right? Like a
Have you seen the Orioles' new outfield layout?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's ugly.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Left field just juts out.
You mean
and
you
then it
saw
juts
like
back
Camden?
in. Yes.
Or you saw the dimension picture?
The picture, but it's like...
Wait, picture of actual Camden Yards?
They have it?
It's not actual Camden Yards.
Oh, you're just talking about the layout?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't seen it in the actual, like in...
It's bad.
Did they show it?
They didn't make it smooth.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like that.
I like quirky outfields.
I do. I don't like that one.
Wait, Joe, you haven't even seen like the rendering of what it's going to look like?
No, I seen like the
I think that's
the
what Jake's
outline. I'm
talking
trying
about.
to see if they have an actual picture.
Yeah, I'd like a picture in Baltimore, but that's what I thought. But
I Google image searched Camden Yards dimensions, and there's one from like Baltimore Sun. It's under construction, but you get the idea of it.
I mean, I like it because it's going to lead to some funky shit.
You getting funky right now?
Like, it's going to lead to...
Until a left fielder runs into that sidewall.
Get 1 triple off that wall this year, locked in.
I don't want Giancarlo playing left field over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No triples.
Yeah, under on the triples. I mean, it was all like he said, no one's on the team anymore. And then the guys that were on the team, Gary Sanchez had a triple, Gio Urshela had a triple, DJ had a triple, Voigt had a triple. So, I don't know. They're just a very luck park factor.
Question is, IKF had 3 last year. So.
In Texas.
Huge.
All under.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas? Trader Joe's, Zach calling in from New York here. With this newfound attitude that the Yankees seem to have, this have some fuck you attitude, I'm really curious to see how many benches clearing brawls are going to be this season. I mean, like bullpens running out, full-on benches clearing brawls. So I'm going to put the line at 1.5. And I would take the over, personally. I don't know, with JD and all these new additions. Could be something to look at. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Thanks.
Really depends on what you're calling a brawl.
Right.
The bullpens run out. Is that
If that's the definition, we're
bench is clear?
Is it just the bench is clear?
Is it because there's like the benches jump over the rail, but the bullpen doesn't come out. If they're counting that, like kind of
I don't think that counts.
jump over but never actually meet in the middle, but they're screaming and yelling. That does not count?
I think it's bullpen runs in.
Under. How many have we had in the last 5 years? 2?
I'm going to go over because that's the problem.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think we've had...
The Yankees haven't had that many, no.
They've had the Tigers in 17. They had the Red Sox in 18. We have any the last couple of years?
COVID year kind of doesn't count.
It wasn't allowed.
Because that was like...
Well, last year they didn't have any.
I don't recall one.
Last year, the bullpen never ran in last year?
I don't recall one.
That's the problem.
But in 17, it happened. It doesn't happen a lot. I think 17 and 18 happened once.
Over.
I'm going over.
It's a problem.
I'd love it to be over. I'm going to take the under on this one.
I'm going over because...
Mets whistle game, but the bullpens didn't run out for that. That's what I'm saying. That was an altercation. Like, if we're counting that...
Did the bullpens not run out for that?
I thought the bullpens ran out.
We were there, so it's hard to... It's like almost harder to remember. I feel like guys came out.
Did they?
9/11.
I did a breakdown on it. That's the first thing that comes up when you type Mets whistle.
Oh, that's good.
Makes sense.
I'm going over because I feel like the animosity with
the
the
bullpens
Rays,
ran out last year.
Yeah.
But it was like nothing.
They came out and stood there.
The stuff with the Rays has been building
if
now.
That counts, then yes.
Yep.
Because that was like not... Like the word brawl would not be used there.
Sure.
So if we're...
That's where we...
So yeah, erase
bench
that.
Is clear.
Bench is clear.
Looks like they had one in 2022.
That's this year.
In 2022.
Also happened in 2020.
There's a Rays game
one in
in
2020 as well. Yeah.
2. Where the bullpens did come out. Rays Yanks September 1st, 2020.
What happened that time?
Let's see. And here's the pitch.
Oh, that was a horses, stable full of horses.
Yeah.
After the game, actually. It's right as the game ended.
I think we're getting one for sure against the Rays, and to get one more.
Yeah, okay. If now that like I'm seeing that, I was initially my brain was going to brawl. I was going like the Red Sox and the
fist fight.
Like guys push each other.
Melee. Contact in the middle of the scrum.
Did we just convince him?
Convinced him.
Yes, Jake.
The parameters of my brain changed, so we'll go over. Like you said, it needs to happen. They should do it.
the show.
They should do it opening day.
Me and Joe's midnight.
Set the tone.
They should just fight everyone all the time.
MLB the show.
Tomorrow.
Yes, tonight.
Hey, boys. Bayo here. I have a stupid one for you. Garrett Cole starts in which Josh Donaldson is involved in a meeting on the pitcher's mound. Over or under 7. Go Yanks. Bye.
I don't like his phrasing there. Involved in. All the infielders come in when he's getting taken out of the game just for like a pat on the butt after a good start. So I don't like that. If you were to do like a Rugi situation where like Donaldson goes to talk to Cole mid-inning.
I don't even think Rugi talked to Cole.
Does Matt Blake visit Cole?
Yeah. Scared. But maybe. Probably a couple times really scared.
Because I think that would be the question, because I think that's kind of what Feo was saying. Like,
if it's like, does Donaldson stand on the mound while Cole's on the mound? Then I hammer the over. I think that probably happens once every 2 games or maybe once a game.
Maybe if we do like the ones that there's no coaches on the mound too.
If you took out...
How do you word this?
If you took out getting removed from the game. Because you're right. Like, if you get taken out of the game, everyone goes to the mound.
Everybody goes.
I like maybe what BBD said, like the coach isn't there. Like it's just the players
it's a
only.
Higgy mound visit.
Like Higgy goes out and Donaldson goes too. Because when the coach is there, every infielder goes because they just want to. They're bored.
Interesting.
How do we track
to move
that?
around a little?
Because there are those mound visits where one infielder comes in.
Yes.
Like if there's a runner on third and Higgy comes out to talk to Cole quickly, JD might come over and be like, watch out, he's going to do chop steps down the line or something like that.
You know what? I'll take the over. I want to see it. But I also think that those 2 guys probably know. leave me the fuck alone right now.
So no coaches.
Cole needs someone to push him intensity-wise.
I
Like,
can
he
see,
can't be
yeah.
the only one that's like punching air and like breathing heavy. That's why a lot of people said that having like David Cohn or Cece like be in the dugout still would have helped him to have another like just competitor mindset to challenge him a little bit.
Fire.
Like if he's like,
I think that's why they wanted Verlander. Maybe.
like, don't you think in my head, if Cole is having a rough inning, you need like Donaldson to be like, you're Garrett fucking Cole, dude, throw a fucking strike and then walk away. Like and then Cole's fucking fuming at JD, but in the end it works because that's how he plays. He plays mad and JD knows that. Like I hope he becomes a little like stick.
Like egg him.
Like a little egg him on.
I want that.
Like that pitch sucked, dude. I would have crushed that.
I would love that. I want that. I want that to happen. Does it happen? Does he? I think he'll talk to a lot of the young guys. I think I could see him doing that with
I got
Sevy.
I got the over on this. For some reason I can kind of just picture it.
How many he said?
7.5.
7.5.
Cole's gonna start 30 games. 6 innings a game average. It's a lot of innings.
Yeah.
A little more than one a month.
I like what Jake said about a runner on third and just going up there and be like, what, hey.
There's always one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Rugi stole the show last year.
Or like I'm going to play off the line.
Rugi was angering Cole in a bad way.
Yeah, he's like, why are you here?
Yeah. Rugi was probably complimenting him, and that was making Cole mad.
I think
just annoying.
I'm going under on this just because he's going to do it, but when he does it, it's going to leave more of an impact. Like,
save it for the moment.
yeah, save it for the biggest moment. Like, hey, exactly what you just said.
How great would that be?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you doing?
Like
I don't come here. So
like a big September Yankees Rays, Yankees Red Sox game. Donaldson hasn't been on the mound all season.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey man,
You're a compliments or an insult guy? To feed off.
From who?
Like if you're struggling,
From who? Yeah.
If you're,
who?
if you're
That's a big
also if you're
question.
struggling,
From who?
teammates, coaches.
From your teammate?
I need positive reinforcement. I respond better to that. I'm toughest on myself when I'm actually caring about something. Like if I'm pitching blitz ball and I'm like actually locked in, playing pickup basketball, I'm cussing myself out when I do something bad. It's very anti-Jake that I need.
Teammates need to put good
I
thoughts
need the
in,
teammate or the coach to bring the good.
That's how I am.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah, I need somebody like.
If I'm playing bad and someone tries to compliment me, like I told my hockey coach, like, don't fucking lie to me again. That was a bad shift.
Yeah.
And I need you to be honest and tell me it was bad. I asked him, can you yell at me? And then in blitzball, it's really funny whenever I like miss a play and you guys clap, I would just turn to Zach and go, fuck those guys. I can't help it. But I've always been that since I was a kid. Like I'd rather have the JD, like someone go and like kind of like twist the knife on me and then make me mad.
I agree. I think I'm the same way with like if I'm gaming and stuff too. Like if somebody like egg me on, like, bro, you're trash, bro. Like,
wow.
I'll show you.
Yeah. Okay.
What's up, Big D, Jake, Jimmy, Joez? I'm a long-time listener. My name's Matt. First time calling, but my over-under is DJ and Glaber in the lineup at the same time. Over-under is 81 games for me.
Oh.
Are they going to put DJ in the super utility role? If DJ's playing and Glaber's playing, that means DJ's DHing or on the bench or playing first. So over-under, DJ and Glaber in the lineup at the same time. Thanks. Jimmy sucks.
If they do, somebody's hurt.
Yeah, if they do, Rizzo or JD went down.
A lot of tower days.
If Rizzo and JD goes down, one of them, then yeah, sure, over. But I'm not going to root or bet on that. I mean, that's a wildly high number that we all kind of audibly said, whoa.
I was like, whoa.
How many times were they in the same lineup last year? Can we find that?
I don't know how to look for that.
Yeah, I can find that.
I mean, obviously, circumstances have changed. Glaber Torres was supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, it was a short.
This is half the games. One IL stint.
He
until
said
gets you a good
81.
amount there.
But I mean, DJ
So
last
half
year
the
DJ
games.
played 150, Glaber played 127. So I mean, some quick math, it was over 100 games, at least. I think they're both going to play. I mean, this is kind of what I was stumbling into before. I think the Yankees still are crazy invested in Gleyber and think he's part of the future on the team. They're crazy vested in DJ. They can go Towers and someone's going to get hurt. And DJ and Gleyber aren't our biggest injury concerns. So I think they're both kind of going to be out there a lot. So if it's 81, I'd go for it. I'd hope to get a little decent odds on it. But DJ's here to play. And I also think Gleyber's not here to be on the bench, although someone's got to be on the bench.
I can see DJ being inserted in games later, too.
Does that count as playing together?
No. He said in the
I
same
starts.
In the same starts, I'm assuming.
He said lineup.
I don't. That's gonna
So
skew
they
it.
get a little tricky.
That's gonna skew
Have to be
it.
in the game at the same time.
Yeah.
Because there could be some funky catch or double switch stuff. If
What do
one
you
of
have
them
for
pinch
Gleyber this
hits.
year, Joe's?
What do I have for him? Games?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's his? The thing about him is that it's not like he's like often hurt. Like it's not like you have you can't play situation. You're injury prone.
It feels like he's gotten banged up once a year.
Yes.
Feels
every
like he
year.
gets his thing.
But it's never like, I don't feel like it's a super long term thing.
Nothing chronic.
Right.
Like, do you have him playing 5 days a week? Do you have him playing 3 days a week? Do you have him playing 7 days a week?
I think he's a full time player.
Okay.
5 days, 5 days a week for sure. I think you need to see what Gleyber is right now. I think this is the year where you're going to see, is this a guy that I'm going to keep? You already moved him. You thought he was a shortstop. Now I got to move him to second base. Is he going to hit how he did when he was at second base? I need to know that. So he has to play. So Gleyber's going to play. Now, is he going to play 81 games with DJ?
Gets tricky, man.
I think they're going to rest Donaldson a bit.
Okay.
Get him DH days.
He's a once a week DH, once a week rest, something like that. I don't know. I'm interested to see, man. Someone's going to get hurt.
It always happens. 81. You know
Someone
what?
always does get hurt.
Because of everything, like my
That could be
conscience
one
is
of
telling me under. I'm gonna go over because I feel like that's the inevitable thing is gonna happen, and the next best players have to play. So it's gonna have to be DJ, and Gleyber is gonna be in the lineup as well. So
Baseball happens.
and DJ can play 3 different positions, so that's just going to open.
Yeah.
So did you take the over?
I'm taking over.
And Jake's taking the over?
Taking the over.
I would take the over.
No, we're not talking about starting lineup, right? We're just talking about in the lineup.
I would take no starting lineup.
You just playing?
Like playing in the same game.
I think they have to play at the same time.
I mean, you guys are banking on injury then, right?
Not banking. It's just that it's going to
Baseball
happen.
happens.
Well, to win, if you were like placing a bet on this, you'd be like, I am betting that an injury will happen.
I
which
think the
allows
Yankees
us.
very much want to play. I think they're highly motivated to play both.
Is DJ playing less than 81 games this year?
I hope not. No.
100, right? Maybe 100?
Yeah, I think so. I would hope so.
Is Gleyber going to play in 100 games?
Don't know.
You don't think Gleyber's going to play in at least 100 games?
Someone would have to get hurt. So that's the game.
I think Gleyber's a starting second baseman. So as long as he's healthy, is what I'm saying.
Jimmy's a little off the Gleyber bus right now.
I would be very upset if Gleyber's a starting second baseman and DJ is a bench role.
What was the year that he was on the bench?
It lasted 3 days, but he signed a $10 million a year contract. It was different than what he's getting signed now, and he's better.
Went from 12 to 15.
Yeah.
It's better. 109 games last year together.
I think they want both to play.
109 games last
Both are gonna
year
play.
together. I just think, if one of the big guys gets hurt, which opens up the DH, or one of Rizzo, Judge gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I think any day JD's DHing. whatever day one of the outfielders is resting.
So that's 2 days a
That
week.
gets one of them in the outfield. I think you're guaranteed at least 2 a week. Like if everyone's healthy all year.
Hey, the punt line might be looking better this year.
That's like a lock into that.
Punt lineup might look a little better.
How many weeks are in a season?
That was the question. I think it's 29.
Something. Yeah.
I mean, that's 58 games.
That's like what I think you can lock that in immediately right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like the baseline.
I mean, I think it's like 2 second. When Gleyber's playing, he's going to be at second base. I think you give him like 2 starts a week. DJ plays third. DJ could DH. I think they want to play both of them. And there will be an injury, so yes, that is a factor. Like, there will be an injury.
Baseball.
DJ could play first, and if they take out Rizzo for a base runner,
I think Rizzo's just going to
that.
sit games against hard lefties, and DJ will play first. Otherwise, I have Rizzo penciled in for 140 games at first.
He hits lefties decent.
That's fine.
And almost no DH days.
That's fine. I'm just thinking about pinch runner situation. If you take them out and you put DJ over, they're technically in the same lineup.
Yeah, I'm also thinking about game started. Games, if it's just games, I'll take the over for sure. But if it's game started, someone's got to get hurt. That stinks.
Yeah,
Happens
there's
every
that.
year, though.
Yeah,
there's
I know.
the pinch hitting thing. It's gonna. That's why I'm choosing the over.
But if we're taking injuries
They're gonna
into a
do-
play, I'm probably changing a lot of my past picks.
They're going to do such funny business
A lot of funny
with
business,
the pinch hitting this year.
especially having 3 catchers.
They don't have backup shortstop.
I think Cabrera's coming up, right? You think? I think we talked about that yesterday.
If he's up,
I take the over because of injuries, but I don't see how that works out if they stay healthy.
Yeah.
Where's all the voicemails? We only got a couple more left. Gleyber 21 homers.
Sup, boys? Talking Yanks crew. Special guest Joez McFly. Super stoked for this ep. I gotta be honest, I'm just going off the fly here. I didn't do a ton of research, but I'm gonna go Gleyber Torres over under 21.5 home runs. I know he's had, the dead ball stuff. Last year he seems to have lost his strength, but new dad, maybe some dad strength. So assuming, he gets his full season in, 21.5, what do you guys think? I know Jimmy wants to bench him for DJ every day, but assuming he gets his full season in, 21.5.
Not every day.
Let me know. It's been Nate from Massachusetts. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Not every day, but if one of DJ and Gleyber is starting 7 out of 7 games and one is starting 5 out of 7, DJ should be the one that starts 7 out of 7, and Gleyber should be the one that starts 5 out of 7.
I think there will be a lot of 6 out of 7s this year.
I want Gleyber to shoot for that 24 home run season, not that 38 home run. I know it sounds weird.
No.
But I don't want
It's
him to
right.
get into that mindset of, I'm a home run hitter. Don't do that. Bro,
You already heard him kind of change too, right?
with I just want to put the ball the other way, kind of. If Gleyber can do that, one of the appealing things about him when he was in the minor leagues was, hey, he's got power that'll play in Yankee Stadium because he goes the other way, and I think if he has that 24 home run season, 22 home run season, I'll be good. And there's a lot of really good ballparks in the AL East that'll help you do that. But you just have to stay disciplined to go the other way.
I'm gonna take the under. I don't even want him aiming for this. And I think that if the balls are actually dead and not juiced, then he really shouldn't be trying for this. He should really be doing just hitting, reactionary hitting, going the other way, all that stuff.
I think him trying is 9 and 3 homers. I think him not trying is 24. You get what I'm saying?
That's what we're going to find out.
If he's yes,
That's what we're
if
gonna
he's
find
going
out.
the other way and doing what his swing is supposed to do, then that's the 24 homer.
Because
Juice ball is 38. I'll go with 38.
I mean, 2018 wasn't juice ball, right?
Correct.
And that was,
Correct.
He had
2019
24 that
was.
year.
Yeah.
So, and that was in 123 games. So I have Gleyber landing in the 120 game category somehow.
Yes.
Injury, rotating, all of that. And I have him landing like high teens homers. I think that's who Gleyber is. Which, by the way, that's really good.
That's fine.
That's really good.
Shoot the gaps.
And that's on his PPP. I forget it. I don't forget if it's out yet. But like I had what I thought Gleyber's goal should be, because I think he needs to be challenged a little bit because he's good. Like he's talented. Gleyber Torres is very talented. So I think you're right. If he tries to be 38, he struggles. Or if you tell Gleyber to do nothing, he struggles. I want him to aim for 2020. He stole 14 bags last year.
Doesn't have to worry about short.
Barrels. A couple will get out.
They'll get out.
Be athletic and young. Because he is.
Yep. But you're going under.
I'm going under. I'm going under.
Oh,
21 home runs is a lot for a middle infielder.
Yeah, I'm going to go under as well.
I'm going over. I think he's going to hit 20. I think he's going to hit over 21, but it'll be like not much over. Like it'll be like maybe 25 around there. But I think that he'll.
I do agree with you that if he can do it by not trying to do it.
Yes.
But
he needs to know that, though.
We'll see.
We'll see. But
he's coming off 2 pretty bad years. He got demoted up from his position. He's kind of gloom and doom on the field a little bit. Like
Gleyber Torres forks.
There's a lot of Yankee funny business, too, and pandemic stuff that it's like.
Yeah.
But this year's the year. That's why he has to play, Jimmy.
Well, it's hard because DJ's better than him.
DJ's also older than him.
But better.
He is. And he'll
not
play.
Gonna trade DJ.
They're not.
You signed him, and he's better defensively, better offensively. And I can't believe I have to say this.
You don't.
This is common sense.
I don't think you have to say it.
It depends what Gleyber Torres we get this year.
Yes.
Obviously. And what DJ.
It's the whole story.
And what DJ LeMay.
That's where you can be very right, or it could go the other way.
I'm not talking about, I'm talking about right here and now. The plan, based on the data we have, should be DJ plays.
I agree.
But then how are you going to find out?
In.
If DJ plays, how do you find out if you're getting your 2018 Gleyber?
Because you can sprinkle him in enough. I'm saying,
he's a consistency guy. I feel like he needs.
Everyone is.
Like I'd rather run Gleyber out there 5-6 out of days in April and May and find out.
Yes.
And then we can make that move.
I can't do it.
I'm fine with that, but that just means you're giving a lot of DHs to JD. You're having Hicks like
couple big outfielders
days. I'm fine,
it can
but
happen.
it can't take away from DJ's time.
I fully agree. I'm on the DJ wagon and on the Gleyber wagon, and I don't think they have to conflict that much early.
I agree.
As long as it,
I don't see them being an either or situation.
I think DJ's going to get his time. Like you feel like he's not.
No, I don't. That's what everyone's been saying.
But Donaldson's 36. He's going to have to DH.
He DH'd like 50 games last year.
Giancarlo and Judge are going to be on their plan that kept them healthy last year, that we finally get all these homers.
This is what I've been saying.
So
but this wasn't the
rest
conversation around like Yes Network and Hot Stove and I think the way Jake was talking.
Hicks is going in that
DJ
plan
was
too,
gonna
by the
play
way.
5 a day.
I've been saying I want DJ to earn the leadoff spot and be there every day. And I think Gleyber Torres can play a lot.
I think the only way that happens is if you're playing 3 big outfielders and Donaldson is your DH.
You do the bigs. They'll do some Donaldson rest days, especially early on Yankees. Like, think about who we're talking about. Like,
yes. This is the Yankees.
The Yankees, until May 1, they treat it like a borderline spring training.
Sundays after you win 2 games in a row.
Like, we're going to hear, Judgy played 2 in a row, so we're going to sit him. So, play Gleyber early, find out.
Got to find out.
Because depending which Gleyber Torres we have, you're absolutely right. The conversation could be over by May 1. If DJ is DJ from the past 2 years and Gleyber is Gleyber from the last 2 years, then the combo is over.
Right. Then we're talking about maybe possible trade, early Cashman trade.
That's interesting.
Good combo.
Hey, fellas, this is Ryan from South Dakota. Big fan of the show. Yesterday on the show, you guys were talking about some lineup construction stuff. Got me thinking, over under how many games we get Gallo, Judge, and Stanton starting in the outfield together. Thinking the number's probably about 25. Over under 25. Let me know what you think. Go Yanks.
How often did it happen last year?
25 seems high. Judge had to be in center, right? Did they ever do Gallo in center?
They never did Gallo. Stanton only played 26 in the field.
So Judge started 21 games in center field. The first one I'm seeing Stanton DH. The second one I'm seeing Stanton DH. Third one I'm seeing Stanton DH. Stanton DH.
Stan didn't play the outfield till what? August?
Yeah, that's the thing.
So all right. So
July
here,
30th
so
was
here,
the first
July 30th. Great, BBD. Good call. That's the Towers in the outfield. July 30th. Then it happened July 31st, and then so that's 2. And then, okay, it happened on August 19th, so that's 3. Who's in left field this day? Judge is in.
Yankees think that they're better.
Wade was in left, so that's not that.
Better off-field.
4, 5, 6, 7. I would have guessed under this already. 8, 9. Riveting radio.
I think the Yankees found out late that Giancarlo plays better when he's on the field.
We're at 10 right now.
And they hate it.
11.
He loves it. Yeah. Athlete.
Who played left field this day?
Dude, Hicks is going to get a ton of rest days.
That's 11. What I'm saying. Hicks is on their plan.
He's been hurt for 2 years.
They have to
it was
keep
11
him
last
healthy.
year. So 25
11 in the last 2 months, basically?
Yeah, from the 30th. From July 30th.
From the first day it happened.
Judge looked good in center.
I think that the Yankees...
Towers.
Yes. I think the Yankees feel like their better defender goes to left because they used to put Gardy there, right?
Yeah.
Also, the better defender would go to the left, and that's why Gallo's over there because he can cover all that ground. That's why you don't see him at center. Field. I think we're going to see it quite a bit. He put it at how much? 20 what?
25.
I would have guessed.
I'd really like to say yes.
Times.
I'd really like to say yes.
I'd really like to say yes.
And what we're saying here is yes.
I'm going to go over.
Because they have this happened July 30th. It was 11.
Yeah. 11 in 2 months.
I think we might see Hicks when he's getting his days also come in as a extra outfielder for Giancarlo or something.
Get that out in the 8th.
Feels like the Yankees are going to use the bench this year. So they can start with that lineup. And right now we have, if it was a big boy day, you'd have Tilo and Hicks on the bench.
Right.
So you could bring those guys in. This might tie to the Gleyber thing, and I know it's not exciting, but I could see the Yankees starting Gleyber at shortstop like once a week, and then IKF as the defensive replacement.
I can't.
I know.
I don't like that.
I agree with you, but I don't want to think about it.
I agree on both fronts.
We seen it yesterday in the spring game.
It was bad.
And he did not charge a ball.
It was bad. It was bad.
He knew he had to get one.
I was so mad about that because that's exactly why you can't put him at shortstop because you publicly said
yes
he's bad at shortstop. So what do you think the player who is known to get in his feelings and mope around on the field is going to do when you put him back at shortstop? He was doom and gloom. He's looked young and spry all spring at second base having fun, and then all of a sudden yesterday at short on a night game, he was a sad sack again.
Gleyber's a confidence guy.
And he was slow. Like, how did they not see that?
You remember how you said, "Oh, are you a guy that likes to, somebody to like either egg you on or to give you?" I feel like Gleyber's the guy, like, kind of like Jake. Like you gotta give him confidence, and he needs to be reminded that he's good. So I don't
got it in you, kid.
Don't put him at short anymore, bro. Like just keep him at second base, please.
Someone just sent us, Jim. We were just tagged in it.
So in the 30 days. Or in 60 games, they play 11 times. They went to the Towers. So if you prorate that out to 162, it'd be 29. So it's kind of close.
Oh, wow.
It's a good line.
I'm going green.
25 exactly?
And they probably won't do it a ton in April, though.
I'm going to take the over.
Yeah. Good.
You should check your Twitter. Owen Murray, shout out, just tagged you, me, and Talkin Yanks, and I think we could get it on the screen, and did a game Excel chart, something that we're talking about right now. And it's a fun look. Except for Stan. One of the numbers on Stan is off. But it has basically the world where if we figured out a perfect rotation.
Well, I put it on that screen, but you can't see it there.
has Rizzo $155, DJ 139, Glaber 132, 152 for IKF. We'll see. 130 for JD. That might be a little low.
So I disagree on the Rizzo off the jump. So if I can slide that somewhere else, I'll see if it works.
Well, those are DH days. So
I'd straight up take 15 of those and give those to JD.
You told me Rizzo DH days over under 3. I'd take the under.
Right. Well, you could move those back to first, and I think DJ or
DJ
or JD.
DJ would get DH days over Rizzo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you can just straight. They got 27 of DJ at first and 20 of Rizzo. So if you tell me Rizzo's DH 7 times and DJ DH is 20, I believe that more than this. So it's still we're still on path then.
Even then, I'd give even more of those to
Can you
JD
put this
DH
on the-
days. I'm trying to find it. One of you like the tweet or something?
I just liked it.
You liked it.
It's on.
He loved it.
They got Glaber 100 games at second and DJ 62. DJ 50 games at third. So they got DJ playing 139 games, Glaber playing 132, Kiner playing 152.
You telling me if they play? When was this?
The stand number lands at 166, so we gotta peel that down a little bit.
Well, yeah, that just doesn't.
That's not.
Because I don't see that happening.
That's not happening. Not if he's on the plan that kept him healthy last year. Why would you
Matsui
change
almost
that?
did it.
That means we've got other games to pass around. So
Means we got a lot of like how did they play 163 in Matsui's rookie year? It's like a doubleheader that got made up or something like that.
Something a play-in game or something.
Yeah, something weird.
Like I think the Yankees do have something like this internally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't think so. I used to think they had all that stuff. I literally think they plan a week out.
Okay.
I think they're like injured. Like why waste time? Let's let the Talkin Yanks idiots waste time on stuff that won't happen. Because this, I mean, as much as we like this won't happen. I mean, there's going to be 15 guys that play.
3 of these guys are going to get hurt.
Giancarlo playing 81 games at left. I don't know about all of that.
I think he's going to play like 60.
Oh well, he has some, and he has right field in here.
Yeah, he's got too many outfield games for.
They don't want him at left field.
He'll play like 70 games total, best case.
Oh, and thank you.
Yes, I mean, I love the visualization.
Like Gallo has 20 DH days. Those don't need to happen
at all. That's a waste.
It's his contract year,
and it's a waste of a spot.
Yeah, and he's good defensively. Like
yeah. So
you give those to Stan. Like
there's a reshuffle.
There's a reshuffle that I like more, but yeah.
Yeah, but this is good. This is actually a good visualization.
Yeah,
I will like.
He said he put a second chart that's better, where he changed some stuff. If you look at, he replied to his own chart.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good visualization.
Okay, I see.
He's going to DH a lot.
Next up,
Giancarlo.
Hey guys, this is Dominic from Chicago. My over/under idea is 1 game played for Brett Gardner. Is he coming back? Will he be in the lineup? That's all. Jake does not suck.
BBD, fantastic producing, making this the last voicemail of the show. What a fun one to end it on.
It's great.
I sadly am saying the under, but like someone in the chat said, the Ryan Lamar over/under. Well, those would just go to Gardy.
Someone gets hurt.
Someone gets hurt significantly. Bring.
Gardy's on call, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't retired.
No, he
hasn't signed elsewhere.
He's in his truck outside the stadium too.
He keeps joking about the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Blue Jays are like, kindly stop.
I keep trying to look for a pathway for him to come back.
It's an injury.
Well, yeah, it's an injury, but I'm talking about without an active injury, like him kind of like, I don't see it.
Locastro has an option. Locastro can be sent down.
He's on a weird contract.
Isn't he on a major league contract? Isn't that
over?
He's on a weird hybrid
I love it, Jake.
deal.
I've taken the under. I love it for you. And for me. Someone needed to.
It's June. The Yankees are in the heat of a playoff race. Who's ready to go?
You think they're
It's Brett Gardner.
They're gonna Roger Clemens him?
I mean, I think Brett was ready to come to camp.
He's ready to come to camp. He's ready right now.
I think the Yankees are
chopping wood.
They're doing. Honestly, what the Yankees are probably afraid of, which is the same thing I'm afraid of, and I try not to say this in a mean way, Brett Gardner can't play 140 games again.
I think the only way to stop that
for the Yankees or for Brett.
Yeah, but if you put it, maybe they've decided that when Brett's around, the guys get hurt because they know they have a safety net. Maybe the Towers are walking around the clubhouse being like, Guardy's not here, guys.
Yeah.
We don't got no one play the outfield when we go down.
Yeah. It's a chance.
Did you read the article about Guardy that the NJ.com wrote about his leadership and stuff?
What's that? I didn't read it.
There was one part where, shit. I think Cuddy wrote it. Cuddy, Gardner, NJ, Com. There's a quote that I want to read. I don't want to say it. I don't want to have it wrong.
Well, we talked to Wade, remember? He's like, yo, they got to bring him back.
Yeah. I was laughing yesterday because I was tweeting about how the Yankees are having fun and how it's so good that they're having fun on the field and doing that pop-up drill. And like I saw some people like, oh, yeah, the narrative that the Yankees don't have fun. And I'm like, hey, we've talked to some of the guys, and it's pretty much confirmed that the first half of last year, the clubhouse was pretty down and not vibes. And they said they were walking around like, huh? What is this? It wasn't until Bronxy the Turtle.
Yeah.
They didn't have a thing.
Nestor.
So listen to this. This is my favorite quote from the Gardner Times. There were times, Litke said, when Gardner was and I love that Litke's the one sharing the story.
Litke.
There were times, and this is an article. It was a really good article. I shared it when it came out. So it's from Brandon Cuddy at NJ.com. Litke said, when Gardner would see his name in the lineup and immediately walk over to the younger outfielders in the clubhouse and say, I shouldn't be the one playing today. It should be you. Pick it up.
See, that's the stuff. That's the Donaldson to Cole thing.
To Clint and Florial. And I think that probably crumbled Clint.
Florial had no idea.
And Florial was like, what's he saying?
What's happening?
But man, that is so funny. Gardner just walking around. Why am I playing? I'm old.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Hitting 247.
Bring him back.
Bring him back.
Sentimental reasons.
Litke recalled when Gardner asked him to pass him a Red Bull out of a cooler at Citi Field. I went to grab it, and a snake popped out.
Who else is going to do that in the clubhouse, though?
And he always has somebody videotaping these pranks just to make sure it's known.
Smart.
So send me that footage.
Always has someone videotaping his pranks. Okay, Marlon.
Why has none of them ever gotten out?
Marlon, just send us the videos.
Yeah, Dono.
I would be Dono, but Dono's not.
Those are shaky vids.
He's got a flip phone.
He's a flip phone guy.
He's got a flip phone.
Joe's one of your best jokes on Pinstripe Strong. I still think of it sometimes. When they announced that Dono was
the emeritus,
emeritus or whatever,
emeritus, yeah.
And you guys were talking about the first thing Dono does, like when he leaves the meeting. And you're like, picks up his phone, Googles, what is emeritus?
Yeah. He agreed to everything.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great. Yeah.
This is perfect.
Oh, man.
Remember we saw him winter meetings.
Yeah. He was actually like more young and spry.
He has an Instagram page that I find like...
He's got a good Instagram account.
It's brutal.
He's hanging around professional athletes all day.
Like the biggest, most in shape people on the planet. Like... I would look like Steve Donahue next to Judge and the fellas.
I love the way he always talks to the players. He always looks in their eyes.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
You're not okay.
You're in a safe
spot. Take him out. He never believes him. You're not okay.
Why don't we take a walk?
He looks like he believes him. He's like, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then he looks at Boone. He's like, yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
They're out.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Man.
Donna's the tops.
He is.
That's it. That's the end of the app.
Yeah,
nice.
That episode was the tops.
Oh, the Tops episode. Make sure you go to the Tops Bunt, the official digital trading card of Major League Baseball. It's back for the 2022 season. Collect and trade your favorite players from across the league with baseball fans around the world. Complete sets to earn awards, combine common cards into rarer ones, and more. Bring your card collection to life by setting lineups using cards and real-time scoring fantasy contests. For more info, download the free Tops Bunt app by clicking the link in the description or visiting the App Store or Google Play.
Opening it. I'm going to claim my mystery box. Box is opening. Bobby Bradley.
Hey-o.
Good alliteration. Brendan Rodgers. Cole Calhoun. Jeff McNeil. Will he bounce back? Uh-oh.
DJ LeMahieu.
I'm saying
Big
DJ
year for
LeMahieu.
DJ. Big year
Big
for
year.
DJ. Thanks, Tops.
Shout out Rosa.
Appreciate-
Cardoza.
Annual episode.
Tops bunt.
That was a long one. All the dolphin stuff.
Yeah, it was a long one.
Why are we still
Always
talking
is.
about Dolphins?
You're the one who brought it up, I think.
I did not.
I didn't hear anyone else say it.
Jake, you.
What's your favorite ocean animal that you've touched?
Are we still
I'm in a genuine question.
starfish? I answered this question before.
I have asked you this
And you asked me this question
I have
and I
asked-
answered completely.
You know what, Jake?
And starfish is a really good
Yeah,
answer.
Jake refers to them as 5-way dildo. Go Yanks,
What?
telegrams.
Wait,
Go
hold on.
Yankees.